Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Karuna teaching the course Digital Signal Processing. In this video, we are concentrating on properties of discrete Fourier transform. Introduction. Let us see the difference between discrete time Fourier transform and discrete Fourier transform. Fourier transform of discrete time signals is called discrete time Fourier transform. Let x of n is the discrete time sequence. The Fourier transform of x of n is x of j omega. Can be represented as Fourier transform of x of n is x of omega. These two are Fourier transform pairs. Let us see the equation for this discrete time Fourier transform. Fourier transform of x of n is equal to x of omega. It can be written as summation of x of n e raised to minus j omega n. You can write from this equation inverse Fourier transform. F inverse x of omega equal to x of n equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi x of omega e power j omega n d omega. We can say discrete time Fourier transform obtained by using the sampled version of input signal x of t. In these equations, e raised to minus j omega n. Omega is the radian frequency. In discrete time Fourier transform, omega is known as radian frequency. Here omega is continuously going, or we can say in DTFT, the frequency domain is continuous. Coming to discrete Fourier transform. Discrete Fourier transform is a sampled version of discrete time Fourier transform, or we can say discrete Fourier transform obtained by the double sampling of x of t. Here one time sampling, again here another time of sampling. That's what we can say, double sampling of x of t. These are the equations for discrete Fourier transform. DFT of x of n is x of k, nothing but Fourier coefficient. Okay, let x of n is the discrete time sequence. The discrete Fourier transform of discrete time sequence is x of k, given by summation of x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi by n k n. K varies from 0 to n minus 1. From this we can write inverse DFT of x of k, which is equal to x of n, can be written as 1 by n summation of x of k e raised to j 2 pi by n k n, where k varies from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so in this case, if you take this circle, in DFT, frequency domain is discrete. Let us see. Chop that circle into 8 parts, n equal to 8. Okay, so k is an integer. In this case, k is an integer, varies from 0 to 7. Okay, so 0 to first part, the frequency is pi by 4. Next, 0 to second part, angle is pi by 2. Likewise, frequency is in discrete, or we can say in DFT, frequency domain is discrete. From this and this equation, omega e raised to minus j omega n, e raised to minus j 2 pi by n k n. From these two equations, we can write omega equal to 2 pi by n k. K is integer, n is period. These are the discrete Fourier transform formulas. Same formulas can be expressed in terms of twiddle factor. Last video I told you what is twiddle factor. W suffix n equal to e power minus j 2 pi by n. Substitute this in DFT formulas, then we'll get DFT of x of n is x of k equal to summation of x of n w suffix n small n k. K varies from 0 to n minus 1. Likewise, IDFT of x of k is x of n in terms of twiddle factor. We will get this equation like this. Okay, so we can say DFT computes n equally spaced frequency samples of discrete time Fourier transform. So both n and k are ranging from 0 to n minus 1. Here, what is small n? It is an integer. This indicates time index. K indicates frequency index. Okay, so twiddle factor is a vector on the unit circle and it represents n equally spaced samples. Okay, previous slide we have seen this is unit circle, r radius equal to 1. Okay, unit circle. Here frequency is continuous, here frequency is discrete in case of DFT. So magnitude of fiddle factor W suffix n small n is given by modulus of W suffix n equal to modulus of e power minus j 2 pi by n, which is equal to e power minus j theta. You can write it as cos theta minus j sin theta. Okay, here theta is 2 pi by n. Okay, this is phase. Let us see the properties of the DFT. First, periodicity. If a sequence x of n is periodic with periodicity of n samples, then n-point DFT of the sequence x of k is also periodic with periodicity n. Hence, x of n and x of k are n-point DFT pairs. So, x of n plus n is equal to x of n for all values of small n. Then, x of k plus n is equal to x of k for all values of k. Let us see the proof for this periodicity. By definition of DFT, the k plus nth coefficient of x of k is given by, let us take left hand side of this formula, x of k plus n. Okay, from this left hand side we have to prove x of k. Okay, so x of k plus n is equal to x of n e raised to minus j to by n. Here k is replaced with k plus n into n. Okay, split this term into 2. Okay, so summation of x of n e power minus j to by n k n, and this is capital N term. Okay, so here n gets cancelled. E power minus j 2 pi n can be written as cos 2 pi minus j sin 2 pi. If you take n constant, then cos 2 pi is 1, sin 2 pi is 0. So this becomes 1. From this equation, we can write x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi by n k n. This is the remaining term. This is in the form of discrete Fourier transform of x of n, that is x of k. Okay, so hence it is proved x of k plus n is equal to x of k. You can say this is periodic. Next, linearity. Let x1 of n and x2 of n are the two sequences. DFT of x1 of n is x1 of k. DFT of x2 of n is equal to x2 of k. Then for all real values, complex valued constants a and b, DFT of a x1 of n plus b x2 of n is equal to a into x1 of k plus b into x2 of k. So DFT of weighted sum of two sequences equal to weighted sum of discrete Fourier transform coefficients. Proof. Let us take left hand side of this equation. DFT of a x1 of n plus b x2 of n can be written as, let us take this is x3 of n, summation of two signals, into e power minus j 2 pi by n k n, where n varies from 0 to n minus 1. Split this term into 2. From this equation, we can write a into x1 of k plus b into x2 of k, which obeys linearity. Next, discrete Fourier transform of even and odd sequences. Discrete Fourier transform of even sequence, which is purely real terms. Discrete Fourier transform of odd sequence gives imaginary parts. Okay, for even sequence x of k, obtain summation of x of n cos 2 pi n k by n. For odd sequence x of k discrete coefficients obtain summation of x of n sin 2 pi n k by n. Next, coming to time reversal of the sequence. The time reversal of an endpoint sequence x of n is obtained by wrapping the sequence x of n around the circle in the clockwise direction. It is defined as x of minus n modulus of n equal to x of n minus n. N varies from 0 to n minus 1. If discrete Fourier transform of x of n is x of k, then discrete Fourier transform of x of minus n mod n is the discrete Fourier transform of x of capital N minus n, which is equal to x of minus k modulus of n equal to x of n minus k. Discrete Fourier transform of x of capital N minus n equal to x of n minus k. Let us take left hand side term of this equation. DFT of x of n minus n equal to, this is, we can say, x of n. Okay, x of n minus n e power minus j 2 pi by n n k. Okay, so from this equation, substitute m equal to n minus n. Okay, from that equation, small n can be written as n minus m. Okay, substitute x of m in case of n minus n, and substitute n minus m in case of n from these two equations. Split this equation into 2. X of m e power minus j 2 pi by n into nk into e power minus minus plus kada, e power j 2 pi by n mk. Okay, so n gets cancelled, e power minus j 2 pi some constant, then you can write cos 2 pi minus j sin 2 pi can be written as 1. Okay, so this term becomes 1. So from this, the remaining term is x of m e power j 2 pi by n mk. Okay, we can multiply 1 to this expression. In place of 1, here I am writing e power minus j 2 pi m. Okay, so from this equation, x of m e power minus j 2 pi m, I am taking common into minus k by n plus 1. Okay, so from this we can write it as n minus k by n. You can observe here. Okay, how n minus k we will get. Okay, so this is like discrete Fourier transform of x of m. Summation of x of m e power minus j 2 pi m in 2 pi by n into n minus k can be written as x of n minus k. Hence it is proved. DFT of x of n minus n can be written as x of n minus k. Next, circular frequency shift. Let us take the discrete Fourier transform of x of n is x of k. Then DFT of x of n e power j 2 pi ln by n can be written as x of k minus l modulus of n. Take left hand side. Let us prove this equation. DFT of x of n e power j 2 pi ln by n can be written as summation of x of n e power j 2 pi ln by n e power minus j 2 pi n k n. X of n e power j 2 pi ln by n, same term is placed here. Consider it as a x of n term. Then e power minus j 2 pi by n k n. Can take common e raised to minus j 2 pi by n k minus l. Okay, from this expression we can write it as x of k minus l. Hence it is proved. Okay, circular frequency shift is proved. Now, multiplication of two sequences or modular property. Discrete Fourier transform of x1 of n is x1 of k, and discrete Fourier transform of x2 of n is the x2 of k. Then multiplication of these two signals can be written as 1 by n x1 of k into x2 of k. So, discrete Fourier transform of x1 of n and x2 of n can write it as this term in place of x of n, e power minus j 2 pi by n k n. Okay, so here I am taking inverse discrete Fourier transform of x of k, that is x1 of n, can be written as 1 by n summation of m equal to 0 to n minus 1 x1 of m e power j 2 pi by n k m. Okay, into this term as it is. Next term is x2 of n, and then e power minus j 2 pi by n k n. Take this term out, 1 by n summation of x1 of m, and then this summation is written here, summation of n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x2 of n, then e power minus j 2 pi by n k into here n minus m. Okay, so these two e powers can be written like this. Okay, so from these equations we can get the equation 1 by n summation of m equal to 0 to n minus 1 x1 of m into x2 of n minus m. Can say convolution of two sequences. Okay, so it can be written as 1 by n convolution of x1 of k and x2 of k. Next, coming to the circular time shift of a sequence, or we can say discrete Fourier transform of delayed sequence. Let x1 of n is the discrete sequence and the if x of n minus n naught is the delayed version of x of n by n naught units, then discrete Fourier transform of x of n minus n naught is x of k e power minus j 2 pi by n naught k. Let us take left hand side proof. IDFT of x of k can be written as x of n 1 by n summation of x of k e power j 2 pi by n kn. K varies from 0 to n minus n. Okay, so replacing this n with n minus n naught, here also n is replaced with n minus n naught. Split this equation, then you will get like this. Okay, so this can be written as IDFT of x of k into e power minus j 2 pi by n naught k. Taking DFT on both sides, we get DFT of x of n minus n naught equal to DFT of IDFT of x of k e power minus j 2 pi by n naught k. These two will be cancelled, then the remaining term is x of k e power minus j 2 pi by n naught k. Hence, it is proved. So, DFT of x of n minus n naught can be written as x of k e power minus j 2 pi by n naught k. Thank you. We will meet in next video.